This is a pair of sneakers I wanted to check out, and didn't really pull the trigger back when they released last year in 2023. And they've now sort of released the Nimbus 26, but this is obviously the Gel Nimbus 25. And I like kind of seeing what the differences are between something like this and say the Invincible Run 3, and then say the New Balance 1080 V13. And from what I can see with this particular pair, it kind of reminds me of the New Balance 1080, the V12 version. And the reason I say that, it just feels like I kind of just had a quick walk, sort of walk around in these and tried them on foot, but it kind of feels similar to that. So I wouldn't say the midsole is on the firm side. I think the Fresh Foam 1080s had basically more firmer midsole, and that was like the V12 version, but the V13 version was pretty much near enough the same as a Nike Invincible Run 3, because it was very on the more sort of softer side. And then this one is probably, like I say, similar to the 1080 V12, and you can sort of feel it's quite sort of firm. But what it does have in there is the gel system, and that on foot feels quite nice actually. And you kind of feel that a little bit. That's I think most of where the squishiness comes from. This midsole does sort of compress, and I'm not sure like where the gel's located, but I'm guessing it's probably, when I can sort of feel it, it kind of feels like it's running just under the insole itself. I might be wrong on that, but there's obviously no way to sort of tell that. And just the construction of the sneaker is really nice as well from ASICS, and I found that the way they've kind of got the upper, I think it's probably the most robust out of the three, in my opinion. I think this material feels quite really nice, and then they're obviously experts in sort of running trainers anyway, but also like the fact that you have these nice sort of stretchy pull tabs. You can probably see that kind of really sort of helps, and it feels again robust, and like it's not going anywhere, and it's not going to sort of tear off. I'm kind of pulling on it and it feels fine. And same for the tongue version, and the tongue's got kind of this nice sort of aeration on it as well. And then the other thing I like as well is, if you can probably see that, is the sock liner. It's quite nice and padded, so it just gives you that extra bit of support. I went half size up on this because I wasn't sure about the sizing. Sometimes these types of trainers, they can fit a bit small. However, I think I should have went true to size. I think all ASICS in future I'll probably go true to size, because I find them to be just right for me. But maybe for other people, they might find them a little bit too much. They might have too much room in a toe box and may want to go half size down. But I just like the outsole as well. It's not as rugged as the Invincible Run 3 or the 1080 V13, but it's still, I think, will do the job. But I think it still feels to me that it will wear out quite quickly. But it does feel quite grippy on, and the pattern's quite nice on this as well. But yeah, cool sneaker, and was worth the £85 that I paid for it. Some of these trainers, I managed to sort of get that huge sort of discount, because they originally were priced at sort of £160, I think, or £170. And obviously the new models come out, so they're probably trying to clear this old stock. But this was on like a double discount, because the sale price was 120, and then I got more sort of knocked off that, and with a discount code, and got them for 85.
So here's the details for the ASICS Gel Nimbus 25 Black Glow Yellow. It comes in a black and glow yellow colorway, and these have a pure gel cushioning just inside the upper of the midsole. And the midsole itself is made up of a material called FF Blast Eco by ASICS, and it's got mainly sort of synthetic upper materials, and the price is £160. So with the comfort and sizing, I think these are on the medium side. They're not really firm in my opinion, because there's quite a lot of give to the trainer itself, and also because of the gel lining on the heel, I can sort of feel that as well, and it feels sort of quite sort of soft and sort of cushions you quite a lot. And being an ASICS sneaker, at the end of the day, they're very good with their support in terms of the arch and heel, and I think this one in particular, I don't feel any kind of pain or any kind of niggles, so I think it's really nice to wear, especially for sort of lifestyle wear. So true to size works on these sneakers, I think, and you can probably go like half size up, which is what I normally do anyway. Just like that extra bit of space, but in all honesty, the upper is quite sort of flexible anyway, and you can probably, once you sort of wear it in, it'll probably have more space anyway regardless. And in my opinion, there's still no sort of wearing time with these. They're sort of good to go straight out of the box. The more you wear them, the better they'll feel, I think. And like sort of any other sort of modern day runner, the traction is very good on these. It does feel very grippy. Probably one of the better ones in my opinion. So with the look and style, so obviously got the current sort of chunky sort of runner vibe, and this one, the midsole isn't as soft as the sort of 1080 V13 from New Balance or the Invincible Run 3, but it still gives that sort of chunky vibe. But usually you'd have the thicker sort of chunky midsoles to basically feel very sort of squishy on feet, whilst this one doesn't as much. But you know, if you're wearing it casually, then I think sort of spring summertime is fine. If, you know, especially sort of walking around, you're not going to get too much sort of warmth if you wear it in the autumn winter time. But what I will say is, because of the chunky midsole, it will keep you protected from the rain. And like I say, it's because it's a sort of sporty runner, it's good for sort of casual wear really. And you can go with the black laces, but I think yellow would work in this as well, and also white. So with the final thoughts, I like the fact that it's sort of kind to your feet. I think it's mainly the gel substance, and also the insole itself feels quite nice on foot. The gel substance gives you that sort of almost sort of cushiony yet supportive feel. And I also like the pull tabs on this as well. They're very stretchy and feel like they'll kind of last a long time and feel very durable. And I like the fact that the trainer feels sort of lightweight on foot as well. It doesn't feel like a heavy trainer. And the knitted upper feels really good as well, especially, you know, compared to some of the other ones. It's quite sort of stretchy and feels almost sort of premium. And then you got the ankle liner going around it as well, which is kind of keeps you in support. And like I sort of said earlier, the gel cushioning is nothing. You know, so I find it very good on feet, and just really sort of nice and sort of neutral. And it just depends on what you want. In terms of cons, I think the costs, if you're paying, you know, full price for these, and it's probably a bit of an ask, because I'd probably still choose the Invincible Run 3. So with the ratings, I give the look and style for this a 4 out of 5. I think this particular pair looks actually nicer than some of the other ones I've seen, but because of the glow yellow. But it's still a cool looking sneaker. I don't think it's as nice as how the Invincible Run 3 looks, and this looks kind of similar to the 1080 V13 or the V12. And in terms of comfort, I give it a 4. I don't think it's as nice as a Invincible Run 3, and that's the upper echelon in my opinion at the moment in terms of these types of sort of comfort trainers. However, if you want something that's just a bit firmer on foot and gives you sort of more support, and you don't want that sort of too much sort of squishy feeling, then this is a perfect sneaker for you. And the quality, I give that a 4 as well. I think it's really built well, and obviously the materials on this aren't going to be like that durable in my opinion. I think even though I sort of say the knitted upper feels nice and it feels better than some of the other ones, I still think they can do better with the materials. And the pricing, I give that a 4. I think it's priced a little bit too high when you compare it to sort of say the Invincible Run 3. I would like this to come in slightly more in a sort of lower price range. But overall, I still give it a 4 out of 5. It's a different sneaker to the Invincible Run 3 and the 1080 V13. Like I say, the midsole provides a slightly more sort of firmness on foot. I'd still say it's on the medium side, but it feels nice and a bit different. And it just depends on what you like when you're running, really. If you prefer something to be more supportive and not as soft and cushiony, then this might be the one for you, because I think the gel in there just provides enough sort of softness that you need. And you can feel that sort of lift off very quickly as well, because the midsole sort of feels quite sort of nice on foot in that opinion. I also think that if you can grab this version on sale for how I did, you know, because I paid £85 for them, but if you can get them for sort of £110, £120, then I think this is probably still a better buy than the newer version, which is a gel Nimbus 26. So I would say if you get them on sale, then they're easily a 5-star really.